This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Hey, before I begin here, I've got an ask. Brittany Page did a video yesterday really hammering away at Sarah Huckabee Sanders in an interview on Face the Nation about her pro-life stances. And Brittany goes through in fantastic detail about exactly why that is just an absolute lie. If you live in Arkansas or you're concerned about these matters, watch the video and share it with someone who could use the information. Unfortunately, let me talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yesterday in New Hampshire, she's with her, I guess, boyfriend, the Brian guy from Right Side Broadcasting Network. Looks like he was on one the night before, really looking rough. But Marjorie Taylor Greene not only spoke to the camera for, however long with him, doing their little quick hit side by side, but she also spoke to the rally. Now, what's funny about her speech to the rally is that the camera was in like the worst placement in the room possible. So you can barely at times even see the top of her head. These people can't do anything right. But it's what she says that is so alarming. It's like a sermon to the cult. I don't know which to start with. Let's start with her talking to Brian Lamb before the speech, where she really lays out what the priorities of the MAGA movement are. She is new to politics, so I don't think really she understands the traditional way that politics is run. And when she talks about what we need to do is punish and humiliate Nikki Haley, that she's talking about a fellow Republican, but that doesn't matter because Nikki Haley may as well be a Democrat if she's running against Donald Trump. Watch this first clip.
And this is what Americans are sick and tired of. President Trump ended the foreign wars. President Trump brought the Abraham Accords. President Trump is the one that gave shock and awe to the whole world when he walked across the DMZ line, hand extended, shaking hands with Kim Jong-un, ending Little Rocket Man's reign. And, I think it's so important that we defeat Nikki Haley tomorrow, that we really embarrass her and punish her and show the entire Republican establishment, Washington, D.C., and the Democrat Party that Americans are sick and tired of the foreign wars. We want peace, and that's why we want President Trump back.
And when they poll people...
You see the end there? How proud of herself she was? And that's why we want President Trump. Watch it.
That's why we want President Trump back.
Ugh. It's like a race to the bottom of who can kiss Donald Trump's ass the hardest. There are 4 things I want to talk about relative to this. One is the thing I've already kind of briefly mentioned, which is we want to embarrass her and punish her. You want to punish her because she's participating in democracy, running against Donald Trump, who's not the current president. So it's not like he's the incumbent. And even if he was, I don't get, you want to run for office, Dean Phillips against Joe Biden? Have at it, brother. That's fine. That's democracy in action. But to say that you want to punish Nikki Haley for just taking part in the process is disrespectful. It's a disregarding of democracy itself. But these other things really highlight what an idiot Marjorie Taylor Greene is. That Donald Trump ended the foreign wars. If he ended them, then why are there wars still being conducted across the globe? The Abraham Accords, the Abraham Accords, is that the thing to which you're referring, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the thing that Donald Trump claims brought peace to the Middle East? Although there seems to be, if I'm remembering right, some kind of a conflict right now in Israel. Weird how the Abraham Accords didn't really solve anything. They were just a motion. They were just for show. And then Donald Trump's magic handshake with Kim Jong-un that ended his reign, ended Little Rocket Man's reign, she said. Would somebody, please, anybody, please remind me who the ruler, the leader, the dictator of North Korea is right now. Wonder, is Little Rocket Man still there in office? He's still the leader? He's still the dictator? So this magic handshake, I thought it ended the reign. And further, even if she's speaking to the Kim Jong-un's ability to launch nuclear weapons, the nuclear program, the nuclear weapon development program in North Korea is still going strong, unabated. Donald Trump didn't end anything. Joe Biden hasn't ended anything there. It is a sore spot with me that lives all over the world are endangered by North Korea, but certainly American lives. I mean, do we so quickly forget of the false alarm in Hawaii where the message was sent that there was an imminent missile attack underway? These people are soulless. These people will do anything and say anything to find themselves in the warm glow of Donald Trump's aura or whatever. It is disgusting, and it is a problem. Anyway, gross. What do you think? I hate to leave you on such a sour note, but that's what I got. Oh no, I got one more clip. Look at that. I totally forgot. So the other clip, wow, that was that was awesome. So the other clip is her, and the reason I want to play it, because again, this is where she's giving her speech. You can only see the top of her head, but she goes on this rant about the typical stuff, but it's at the end where she really attaches herself to that. I can't believe I forgot the second clip. She really attaches herself to New Hampshire's state motto, which is live free or die, while she's wailing it, screaming it, repeating it, as though it's some clarion call to the cult that you must live free, whatever that means to them, or die. Watch this.
One more thing that we have to recognize and address is under President Biden, the Department of Justice prosecuted criminals, prosecuted child predators, prosecuted terrorism. But today, under Joe Biden's Department of Justice, it prosecutes you, America, as it prosecutes Donald J. Trump and his team and all of his supporters. This should never happen in America, where people who were defending their free speech and were standing up for election integrity are being jailed and arrested nearly every single day. And the J6 defendants that are being jailed for years and years and years while Antifa and BLM rioters are allowed to go free. We must end the reign of terror of the weaponized government, and President Trump will do that on day one. Now, the most important job you have tomorrow, New Hampshire, is this is a referendum on the Republican Party. And I am counting on you to bring it. We have to end the reign of the establishment rhino Republicans. We will end the reign of the neocons. We will end the uniparty, and that starts in New Hampshire tomorrow. So, New Hampshire, I stand with you in your motto, live free or die, live free or die, live free or die.
This is a sermon to the cult. It is putting Donald Trump as some messianic figure, some standing in the gap for you, some intercessory, just a bizarre, godlike figure that the Biden administration is punishing him, is prosecuting you through their prosecution of him, as though they're one and the same, as though you are Donald Trump. That's weird. Taking up for terrorists who attacked our country, taking up for insurrectionists who attempted to overthrow the government, as though they're being persecuted, that they're coming after you. Not unless you tried to overthrow the United States government. They're not coming after you. And then at the end, with the live free or die wailing chant, this is all an appeal to the most radical elements of the Republican Party, which is now it cuts a far wider swath than it once did. It used to be that these attitudes and these characters were fringe at best. People like the folks that I grew up with in northern Idaho that were like separatist militia types. They've been inducted into the normal ranks of the Republican Party, and it's a problem. If you think the insurrection was bad, if you think January 6, 2021 was bad, just wait. They're planning another one. They're planning more of this. The violence is on the uptick. The radicalism is on the upswing. It is a problem. We can put an end to it, or at least give it a major blow this November. What do you think? I'd love to know. Now, that's all the videos. No more. I'm a dumb shit. I'd love to hear from you. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily@dollemore.com. I'd love to hear from you. Please consider supporting this work. Click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month. Hit the super thanks button. Go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. All those are great ways. And after all of that, you can follow me on the social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere, and I would love to see you there. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.